Welcome to the Echo of Forgotten Notes. This is the story of Alara. Alara was a composer. She didn't just hear music, she dreamed it. Her dream was to hear her compositions performed by a grand orchestra. Simple sentence structure, introducing composer. At the age of 24, Alara wrote her masterpiece, the Urban Symphony. It was vibrant. It was complex. It was her soul poured out in notes. Focus on descriptive adjectives, vibrant, complex. She submitted the symphony to the city's most famous conductor, Maestro Sterling. He was the most traditional and the most feared critic in the city. Introducing the antagonist and Maestro. The rejection letter arrived. Maestro Sterling's words were cruel. He called her music technically ambitious but soulless noise. Focus on key negative phrase, soulless noise. Alara was crushed. Her creative spirit was broken. She felt a profound sense of failure. She packed away her beloved grand piano. Focus on emotional vocabulary, crushed, profound failure. She took a simple job, a data entry clerk. She used small words, simple English, only functional language. She chose silence over expression, highlighting the loss of expression. She lived in a large, noisy city, but her inner world was silent. She stopped dreaming in melodies. She only dreamed of numbers. Contrast, noisy city versus inner silence. Alara had given up. She was simply existing. She was no longer living, a composer without a song. Closing thought for the chapter. One rainy Tuesday, Alara sought shelter in an old coffee shop. The rain was heavy. The air was cool. Setting the scene, simple adverbs, adjectives. Then she heard it. A faint, strange sound. It was music, but it was chaotic. It was beautiful, but messy. She had to investigate. Focus on the contradiction. Chaotic, but beautiful. She found the source, a crumbling old building with a sign that read Harmony House, a community music school. Introducing the setting, Harmony House. Inside, 7 children were playing violins and a cello. They were trying their best, but they were all playing different rhythms. Introducing the children and the concept of rhythm. Leading them was a fascinating man. This was Mr. Silas. He was old but full of life. He wore a bright velvet jacket and a brilliant bow tie. Introducing the mentor, focus on descriptive details, eccentric. Mr. Silas spoke in wonderful, expressive English. His vocabulary was rich, a high level of expressive language. Teacher's note, Mr. Silas as a listening goal. Ah, a visitor, Mr. Silas said, beaming. You look like someone who understands the perils of a misplaced chord. Introducing complex vocabulary, beaming, perils. Alara agreed to help one afternoon a week. She started by teaching a quiet girl named Lena. Lena was struggling. She felt frustrated. Introducing the internal conflict, focusing on frustrated. Alara had to use gentle, encouraging English. She needed to find the right words to help Lena find the note. Her expressive language was returning. Closing thought. Ilara's language is improving. The children loved Harmony House. It was their safe place. But soon the threat appeared. A great obstacle. Introducing obstacle and the plot twist. The city council announced that Harmony House would be sold. The building would be turned into luxury apartments. The children would lose their sanctuary. Focus on key phrases. City council, luxury apartments. Mr. Silas said their only chance was the annual Community Arts Prize. The prize included a grant big enough to buy the building. Introducing the main goal. Arts Prize and grant. Alara knew they couldn't win with simple pieces. She needed to write them a new composition, a piece that told their story, the need for a new composition. She decided to write the children's urban rhapsody, music that sounded like their city, the traffic, the laughter, the hidden streams, introducing the title of the masterpiece, Rhapsody. Lara sat at her dusty piano. The keys felt cold. She tried to compose, but nothing came. She was experiencing a creative block. Focus on the idiom, creative block. I've hit a wall, she told Mr. Silas. He replied, a wall is just a challenge, Lara, not a defeat. Listen to the small sounds. Focus on the idiom, hit a wall. The biggest fear returned. Maestro Sterling. He was announced as the head judge for the Arts Prize. Lara felt true dread, reintroducing the antagonist and dread. She knew if she failed now, she wouldn't just fail herself. She would fail the children. The pressure was immense. Closing thought, focusing on the emotion pressure. Lara decided to stop working in silence. She went to the park. She listened to the city's heartbeat. Metaphor, city's heartbeat. She listened to the children playing tag. She listened to Lena practicing her scales, making small mistakes. She listened to Mr. Silas telling a long joke, sensory details and active listening. Lara realized Maestro Sterling was wrong. Music isn't about technical perfection. It's about connection and joy. The theme revelation, connection and joy. She rushed home. The notes poured out of her. Simple, honest, full of the city's unique, messy rhythm. The rhapsody was finished. Focus on the pace change, poured out. The children practiced tirelessly. They worked until they could play the piece by heart. Lara coached them, using strong, encouraging words. Focus on the idiom, play by heart. The night of the Arts Prize arrived. The hall was full. Maestro Sterling sat in the front row, his face unreadable, setting the scene for the climax. The children played Lara's urban rhapsody. It was magnificent. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. They finished to thunderous applause. Descriptive language, magnificent, thunderous applause. Maestro Sterling stood up. Everyone held their breath. He slowly walked toward the stage, building suspense. That, he said, his voice quiet, was a mistake. He paused. My mistake, 4 years ago. This music has the heartbeat my standards could never measure. The climax and resolution of the character arc. Harmony House won the grant. Lara stayed on as a teacher and composer. She found her success not in fame, but in purpose. The final resolution. Lara was now fluent, not just in English, but in the language of connection. Here are her 10 tips for expressive fluency. Transition to lesson. Tip 1. Find your harmony house. Find a supportive group where it's safe to make mistakes. Mistakes are just false notes. You can always try again. Lesson on supportive group and false notes. Tip 2. Don't just learn grammar, learn emotion words. Study words like profound, dread, and magnificent. These help you truly express your soul. Lesson on emotion words. Tip 3. Listen to the rhythm. English has a rhythm. Listen for the intonation and stress of the native speakers. That is the music of the language. Lesson on rhythm and intonation. Tip 4. Use idioms as instruments. Phrases like hit a wall or play by heart add color and depth. Use them often. Lesson on idioms. Tip 5. Look for the heartbeat. Listen to children and older people. They use honest language. They teach you sincerity. Lesson on sincerity. Tip 6. Don't fear the sterling. Don't let harsh criticism stop you. Perfection is an enemy of progress. Lesson on overcoming criticism. Tip 7. Write your own rhapsody. Find a topic you are passionate about and only talk and write about that for a week? Lesson on passion. Tip 8, 9, 10. These final tips can focus on specific tools, daily practice, and consistency. Final lessons. Thank you for joining us for the Echo of Forgotten Notes. Keep practicing, keep listening, and keep finding your unique voice. Goodbye for now. Final sign off.